email and it'll link you. Or we've got paper copies over there, anonymous, so just put one for each category if you can. We've only got 33 votes, and we've got like over 200 people in the unit. So try and make sure you guys vote. If you want to see people actually get like recognized for their awesome deeds, like this is how you do it right here. This stays at squadron level, doesn't get pushed up any higher. So yeah, please do that. That'd be great. I'd like to get over 100 today. That'd be awesome. So, thanks, guys.
Vote for Morgan.
We'll keep this QR code up here at all call. We can keep it up here after all calls so people can.
Happy Friday, please.
Nope.
All right, good morning, Double Deuce. Welcome to Mayor's Call for December 2020. Get ready to start. For calendar, today's events, we've got a burger burn from 1100 to 1300 today. Promotion ceremony at 1400 in the auditorium, followed by our heritage huddle at 1422. Upcoming holidays, family days. We do have something we added into the upcoming events. It's not a holiday or a family day, but it is a mandatory flu vaccine point of disbursement is what POD stands for, using all kinds of cool acronyms this year. It's going to be at the Base Theater parking lot on 9 December at 06:45. This is mandatory for everybody to be there. So that we're even doing a ROM waiver down, as long as you've had at least 6 days of ROM. The expectation is to be at the Base Theater parking lot on 9 December to get our flu vaccines. Then Christmas is on December 25th, and then AMC Family Day on December 28th. Got lots of 4-day passes and half days and all that stuff coming up, so get up for it. This is the calendar showing. Make sure you just take a picture of this if everybody wants to take their phone out right now. If they don't have this, if you haven't seen this yet, this has got all the goodies of when you're doing half days, full days, pass days, everything. So yeah, just take a second, grab a quick photo. So everybody good? All right, hacking the Mitch. We only have one crew out on the road right now. Loftus' crew. This is a list from Standaval of all the people from like the pubs department that haven't submitted their pubs agreement for iPads. So your name is up here.
Yeah, not get a present from Santa.
Yeah, no presents from Santa. You know, like, straighten out. Your present will actually be a break because your iPad will just quit working. All right, next we'll hear from CSS.
Hi, good morning. How's everyone? So, who has seen this? Please raise your hand. Awesome. Yay. I've heard good things, so I'm glad I can help you guys with that. I also want to just enunciate, like in red, it says only update the sections that need to be updated for the member. I don't want you guys wasting your time and just filling out every single thing if it doesn't need to be updated. So if Airman Snuffy just needs a new duty title, put in obviously date, rank, things like that, but just give Airman Snuffy his new duty title and like that. I like making things super fast for everyone and very black and white so it avoids confusion. So if you guys have any suggestions on how I can improve this or if it's just good to go, please let me know. Next slide, please. I get the question a lot since I've been here for like 2 weeks. Hey, has this been done? When you have more than one hand in a pot, there's going to be confusion, right? So for CSS to avoid us being like, oh, well, I assumed, right? Because we know what assume does, you don't want that. It's this down here is going to start being filled out. So the day, just say 1 December, you send CSS a CRO. and we can't touch it until 3 December, right? So this is gonna be for us and for our continuity, and then also too, to let you guys know that we did our jobs. Next slide, please. Does anyone have any questions on the Mass Zero? Very nice, okay, perfect. So I'm sorry, I did reject some leave yesterday. Please don't hate me. The reason why is because, the boss said that this is going to be our new standard. When you request leave outside of the local area, which is, correct me if I'm wrong, 300 miles or more, you have to upload a leave checklist. So I apologize for your leave if I rejected it, but we have to meet that standard. If you do not know where the checklist is, it's going to be on the SharePoint under the 22nd on our page. It's going to be on the leave section, and it's going to be to the right, and you want to see checklist, non-local leave checklist 2.0, keyword 2.0. And then just say you're reviewing someone's leave to make sure they did it correctly, right? So when you're putting in your leave, you can upload the leave checklist. I know that there's some confusion sometimes in regards to doing things. So I just want to make sure everyone knows that you can actually upload the checklist on your leave profile. If there's any confusion or any questions on how to do this, or if you did it correctly, please contact me and I definitely will help you and walk you through those steps. That's it. Yeah. Does anyone have any questions for me? Perfect. Thank you.
Morning, Double Deuce. Just a quick plug from training. So we have less than 3 weeks left in the year for currencies. Captain Howell and Lieutenant Hawk have been working tirelessly on getting the NMR letter. So that draft will be on the scheduling desk today. So if you don't mind, go check the NMR letter. If your stuff is on there, any items, currencies that you have left for the end of the year, and say maybe that you have completed, get with SARM and make sure that those events get signed off. If you have any questions at all about what is on the NMR list, please come by training, chat with us. Thank you.
All right, good morning, Double Deuce. Hope everyone's had a great week. Looking forward to this weekend. I know I am. First thing, I just kind of want to put a quick plug on. I'm not going to beat a dead horse, but we all know traffic tickets are a bad thing, right? On base, you got to pay money. While on base, a little bit different, but there is an upward trend. There has been plenty that have come across my desk. So first off, if you do get a traffic ticket, just so we're all on the same page, come see me because I will get it through the email, and then I got to come hunt you down. Also, this time of year, historically, alcohol-related incidents, right? Something we don't want to deal with, you don't want to deal with. So individuals this time of year are going to have a lot more time off, be home with family, maybe seeing some friends back home and whatnot that they haven't seen for a while, partaking in alcohol, right? So I know you heard this a million times. Just please have a plan, right? Call the wingman, call your supervisor. If you're out of town, call your parent, call a friend you can trust in. Just have a plan. Don't put yourself in that position. You guys work way too hard to have that mark in your career and have to deal with that. The boss briefs his red lines at Muley 101. And I know you guys know all the zero tolerance red lines in the Air Force, right? Sexual harassment, discrimination, stuff like that. Well, putting anyone in harm's way or any reckless endangerment for other people's safety definitely falls under that red line. And he plans on speaking to that next week too. All right. On a lighter note, the First Sergeant Council is running a donation at the BX. I'm not sure if you guys seen it. Our tree kind of got punted down to the end of the mini mall down by the GNC. But we joined forces with the MSG Action Group, right? Doing it a little different this year. We usually run a donation where we take gifts in for the Sacramento Children's Home. It's an orphanage, 5 different orphanage organizations up in Sacramento. We get the gifts and deliver it to them, but because of COVID this year, we're kind of doing our part a little different. So there's ornaments hanging on the tree this year, taking gift card donations, right? There's a lockbox right outside the tree. I'm one of the POCs, so if you guys have any questions, let me know. We're gathering up as many gift cards as we can for these families. They won't take a mass donation of gifts because of COVID protocols and state regulations right now. And just a little plug for the Commander Actions Group side of it, right? They're gathering gifts for Travis families and Travis children. So If you guys can, it's time to give back. If you guys can donate, please swing by the tree, grab a tag. And then just a quick plug for the promotion ceremony today, right? 1400. If you guys can, come out and show some love for our fellow Muleys. And as far as this weekend goes, safe, relaxing, hopefully. I'll have the phone on me, so I'll be on the other end if you need me. Have a good weekend.
Hello. So I give a couple shout outs. Last week, Muley Day, Captain Brown, I don't know if he's here or not, but he was rocking the chess club. So I saw a bunch of people in there. It was gonna be me and Sergeant Raina doing the book club, but that turned into the Muley beer club in the Heritage Room. So we did that instead.
It was a good turnout.
Yeah. Second was Sergeant Wiggers. So he's been doing something cool. He's been getting with the Air Force Engineering and Technical Services. So we just kind of sit down and chop it up, right? Any sort of like super gee whiz like question you have about why does the plane work this way, right? Like some of those pilot, maybe autopilot questions and all those crazy VNAV, who knows, right? Whatever. Those are the guys to ask. So if you got any of those really in-depth questions, Holloman was there asking about engine stuff. So it was good stuff. And then, so last week I talked about feedback, right? I talked about a little bit about how you give feedback and how you receive feedback. So if you're going to tell somebody, hey, you're lazy, right? You need to tell them why they're lazy, right? So if you are giving somebody feedback and you say, hey, when you show up late, it affects our ability to generate missions on time, right? And then as the person receiving that feedback, you need to own it, right? How do you own that feedback is everything, right? You could say, nope, it wasn't my fault. My alarm didn't go off. This didn't happen. That didn't happen. Or you could own it. One of the books in my office that I really enjoyed is David Goggins, Can't Hurt Me. Has anybody read that book? 1, 2. Okay, cool. Right. So in the book, he talks about the accountability mirror. Cecil, you remember what the accountability mirror is?
Yeah, isn't it where you just stare at the mirror and come up with like, why didn't you do the thing you said you're gonna do, and you have to look yourself in the eyes, and tell yourself why you failed to do that thing.
Right? Pretty good. So you put up your goals, right? So your goal could be, hey, I'm gonna pass my PT test, right? I wanna run 20 miles before the end of the year. I wanna improve this process. I wanna do this, right? And you put these Post-it notes up on your mirror, and you kind of got to look at yourself every day and go, am I making progress towards these goals, or am I not doing anything to them, right? And you just kind of, it's a hard look. It's not somebody telling you, it's you telling yourself. I just kind of want to end on that, right? If you got goals, look at those things, put them up on a mirror. I kind of get annoyed every year because it's like 2020, right? It's a shitty year, but it's going to be over in 2021. Your problems aren't going anywhere. January 1st, they're still going to be there. So don't come to me for motivation. So anyway, just want to say that. Everybody have a good weekend, and we'll see you on Monday.
One motivation.
It wasn't as bad as you thought. At least the crowd's laughing. Out of the night that covers me, black as a pit from pole to pole, I thank whatever gods may be for my unconquerable soul. In the fell clutch of circumstance, I have not winced or cried aloud. Under the bludgeoning of chance, my head is bloody, but unbowed. Beyond this place of wrath and tears looms but the horror of the shade, and the menace of the years finds and shall find me unafraid. It matters not how straight the gate, how charged with punishment the scroll. I am the captain of my fate. I am the master of my soul. William E. Henley, Invictus. Anyone ever heard it? William E. Henley was an English poet in the 1870s. As a young man, he lost a leg because of tuberculosis. He wrote Invictus. He was on a sick bed going through an experimental treatment, about to lose his other leg. And the whole point of the poem, critics talk about it as an example of the British stiff upper lip, face in adversity. I find some American principles there, like rugged individualism. Why do I bring up Invictus while where's my holiday decoration? Why do I bring up Invictus here when we're in the middle of holiday season? I'm going to put a pin in that for a second. So they say it's the most wonderful time of the year, right? But we know that's not necessarily true. There's a little bit of a balance there. There's a philosophy that for every elevation of consciousness, you have to pay a price. So for every great experience of joy, you have to increase your capacity for pain a little bit. So why is the holiday season difficult? We're indoctrinated. For about 45 days out of the year, we're getting geared up for Thanksgiving. And then Thanksgiving, there's an expectation that it's going to be perfect. The turkey's going to be just right. The mashed potatoes are going to be good. Now we're going to roll into Black Friday. And then we have expectations where I got to find the perfect gift. We got to go out and make everything perfect because Christmas has got to be perfect. There's going to be that magical moment. And then we're going to roll into New Year's. And New Year's is going to hit. And I'm going to get fit. I'm going to lose 20 pounds. And all my problems are going to go away. And I can go talk to Cole Reinbold again. It's going to be But that's not how it works out. It doesn't work out perfectly. There's that stress piece. If you were fortunate enough to have some of those idyllic holiday memories, presents under the tree, you go down to the tree Christmas morning, you open up the presents, you're so excited. And even if you got everything you wanted, when all the presents were open, you felt sad because the presents were gone. Now we have to go back to real life. There's that letdown after that high. That's what I'm talking about, the highs and the lows. You see the same thing as an adult. All the shopping. You're so excited to watch your kids open presents on Christmas Day, but all that stress and the lead up, and then you got to clean up the mess afterwards. There's a balance there. Same thing as air crew. We have our air crew meals, we have our holiday parties, etc. But we have end of year requirements. We've got the NMR letter looming. I've been sitting in the office for the past 2 weeks watching supervisors and members just crank through awards and EPRs. Thank you for doing that. And then you throw into this COVID, time away from home, some of the loneliness. This can be a tough time. So as we're in the middle of holiday season, I want to remind you that we advertise so many resources. MFLAC, mental health, you got your family, you got your friends, you got your shirt, you got your supervisors. Please use the resources that we have if you need them. Which brings me back to the beginning. Why did I quote Invictus? Because as much as we talk about all the resources we have available for you, I want you to know that you have a wellspring of grit and determination inside of every single one of you. Use the resources if you need them, but we overlook the fact that we ourselves are powerful beings. Every single one of you did something that most Americans will never do. You raised your hand to defend the Constitution. You're in that 1%. If you're air crew in this room right now, you're the 1% of the 1%. You are accomplished. From an A1C up to a lieutenant colonel, you've done amazing things. You have that to fall back on. You are powerful. So I want you all to know you are loved, appreciated, and accomplished, no matter your rank of position. Henley threw up 2 middle fingers to the world when he faced adversity. And you have that power within you to do the same and push through trying times, especially during the holiday season. So lean on your team, whoever that is, whether that's your shop or your family or your friends, lean on them. And if you're one of those people who have a bigger wellspring than maybe some others, spread that to others and lead your team. Be there for other people. Spread some joy during the holiday season. As a reminder, like we said, promotion ceremony at 1400, Heritage Huddle at 1422. That is all I have. Have a safe weekend, and we'll see you later today. Thanks, everybody.